Hello and welcome to my creative space. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Welcome to another DIY video. In today's video, I have a large DIY. I can't wait to show you, so let's jump right in. For this project, I'm going to be using 4 wooden rounds from Dollar Tree. I'm also going to use some mesh. I will be using the white one, and I will use some black and white paint. And then I have this scrap of wood laying around and this large, or I guess long, wooden dowel. I will also be using some spackling from Dollar Tree. And now, the first thing we are going to do is take our wooden rounds, and I'm removing the hangers off of them. Next, I'm going to take the spackling and I'm going to fill in the little holes. I use my finger to apply it, and then with this little piece of wood that I had laying around, I remove the what I don't need off of it and make it a little bit more smooth. Now this is what it looks like. I did the other ones off camera, and next I'm going to jump into grabbing a string, and I'm using this to find the middle of this circle. I also applied this little pin to help me hold it down while I figure out where the center is. Once I mark the center with the pencil, I start tracing my soon to be peppermint candy, and I divide this in half the best as I can, and then those halves we're gonna divide them in 3 on each side. It was pretty simple to do. They don't need to be perfect. Of course, it's up to you. If you want to make this perfect, you can also use a paper, cut it in size and the size you need it, and then you can use that as a stencil. Then once I have one traced down, I take all the other wooden rounds and I just mark where the lines need to go, so it's easier for me to follow. And then after that, all I need to do is just find the middle and start tracing the little triangles. Next, I'm going to be painting 3 of these triangles with white chalk paint. And then this is the only paint I have. This one specifically, I bought it from Hobby Lobby just because I needed it and it was faster to grab than Amazon, but you can also find it in Amazon. And then I started with the large brush, and then when I got towards the center, I couldn't define the line with that big brush, so instead I switched to the skinny brush, and I started filling in the from the center towards the more wider area. Then once that was filled in, I took my larger brush and I paint those completely. Next, I took this red Hebe Crafter acrylic paint, and I'm going to fill in the other 3 little triangles. You can use any paint you like. This is the only red I had, and I really love it because it's a little bit shiny and it works really great. I did the exact same thing. I started with the centers, and then towards the wider side, I used the larger brush, and then I just fill those triangles in. And then after that, here is what it looks like. I was just trying to perfect the lines because it kind of bothered me that it was kind of not straight. But then I also want to show you that I paint the sides as well, so when they're standing, you'll be able to see those colors. I don't paint the back, but it is up to you whether or not you want to do that. Next, to make this look like an actual candy cane, or I guess a peppermint candy, I took some of this mesh. Now I used this one, and I used a plain white one, and I did 2 of each because 1 roll only is enough for 2 of these candies. So that's why I had to use these 2, but I really like how they look. I think I should have done all of them with red and white. But anyway, what I'm doing here is creating a loop with that mesh, and you can see how big you want that to be. Then I cut 2 other strips of the mesh, and then I place those on top, and then at the bottom I cinch it together. Once I'm happy with how it's looking, then we are going to glue that down. So I turn it around, I add some hot glue. I also use some of these paper that I had laying around that kind of match the color of the back of the the wooden round because I wasn't going to paint it, so I picked a color that kind of matched it, and then I placed that on top of the mesh with some hot glue just to make sure it's secured. Now this is going to go outside, and I just want this to be extra secure, so that's why I put that. But if you want to leave it as is, you can definitely do that. I'm sure it will be fine. Now I created the other loop, or I guess the other side for the candy, and then I just glued that right across. I take my little paper, add some hot glue, and place it right on top to cover that up. And here you have it. It's looking so cute. I absolutely love it, and I hope you are too. Before we continue, I just want to make a brief pause to thank you for watching. Thank you so much, and if you're liking this video, be sure to subscribe and join this creative squad. Also, check out my channel. There will be a playlist down below for many other DIYs I've done in the past that are so good. You got to check it out because I know you're gonna love them. Also, check out my Instagram, especially TikTok, because I do post other DIYs there that don't make it to this channel, and I know you're just gonna love them. So I know we're here for the video, so let's jump right back. The next step is grabbing my 2x4 and the wooden dowel. Now I don't have a reference from Dollar Tree. You could probably use like a wooden sign, one of the wooden signs they sell that are a little bit more heavy. I've done it in the past. And then for the to replace the wooden dowel, you could probably use one of those what are they called, like the mop or broom sticks. I'm sorry, I don't know what they're called, but you know what I'm talking about. You can use those instead, and I'm sure you can make it work because these wooden rounds are not that heavy. Now these ones are going to go outside, so I choose to use this wooden dowel and wooden piece because I thought that would be a little bit more heavy if it gets a little bit rough outside with the wind and stuff. So that's why I did that. But I'm sure you can recreate this using some stuff from Dollar Tree. I just choose to do this. I'm sorry. What I did is just use my drill to dig a hole. It wasn't a perfect one, but it's gonna work just fine. And then once I had that ready, I added a bunch of hot glue. Probably wood glue would have been best, but I don't know why I didn't think about it until now that I'm editing my video. So I'm sorry about that, but I'm going to add a whole bunch of hot glue, and then I'm going to put the wooden dowel right in there. And I do move this to the ground, and then I had to like hit it and push it down to make sure it was all the way in. And then here is what it looks like. Excuse my mess. Now the next step is the fun part, which is adding all the candies to this stick. So I use hot glue. Now I thought about nailing these down, but I don't want to break the wood because this is very thin wood from the candy, so I did not want that. I think glue is gonna be just fine, so I'm gonna just go with hot glue. You could probably also use or I should have probably used some wood glue, and just to make sure, you know, extra security, but I'm going with hot glue because why not? And then what I do is just start placing the candies one on top of each other, and then I do all of them, and that is all for this project. It was so easy to do and very inexpensive. I hope you love it. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. This ended up being like a 4 feet tall piece that I DIY'd, and I'm so happy, and I can't wait to use this. You could probably also paint these candies a different color, and it'll be so good. I did mine red and white because my outdoor decor is that color, and I don't want to have to change it, so I'm going with red and white. But I'm so excited for you to see this once I put my Christmas decorations outside. And but yeah, for now I will show you what it looks like as just standing outside without any Christmas decorations in the back. I hope you love it, and I hope you love this video. If you did, please don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and leave a comment down below. It does help my channel a lot. I'm trying to be consistent, so it would really help me if you give it a like, share it, or I don't know, send it to a friend, somebody. But thank you so much for watching again. I really appreciate it. And again, thank you so much for watching. I will see you on my next DIY. Bye!